Okay, closing time.
Okay, so. Goddamn. Touchy subject, I guess.
Yep.
So, work in New York City is mandating vaccines to eat inside restaurants.
Yep.
This poses a lot of fucking problems. Whether you believe in the vaccine or not,
This is bad for business.
this is bad for
End of
business.
story. You are hurting small business.
End of story.
It's disgraceful.
Even today, there was somebody that wanted to eat inside, but they couldn't because they're not vaccinated. They're not vaccinated because they're going through chemo. So we're putting this person that has cancer going through chemo. They can't even enjoy a nice dinner inside. They have to sit outside in the sun because fuck you, you don't have your vaccine. Sorry. Sorry that you have cancer.
Yeah.
Sorry that you have kids under 12. Sorry you have allergies and you can't get the vaccine. Your ass is sitting outside. Sounds a little bit like, hey, get to the back of the bus to me.
Yeah. It
Sounds
sounds
like-
a little bit like segregation to me.
Sounds a little bit like segregation. Sounds a little bit like, what is it? 23% of black people in New York are vaccinated. It sounds like, oh, sorry, black people can't eat in our restaurant anymore.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds a
what it
little
sounds
bit
like to
racist.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's racist as hell. It's a violation of people's rights. Like, if you choose not to be vaccinated, then you've made your bed.
Yeah. And listen, if you choose not to be vaccinated and you get COVID and you get sick, that's the risk you're willing to take.
Right.
If you're vaccinated, why does it matter if I'm or somebody else is not?
Right.
Why does it matter? You're safe. Even which is not true because people with the vaccine can still get COVID, but
I don't know. It's just such a tricky subject. I'm not going to stay on it for too long, but that is something that's happening in New York. And, I know, like, we've had, people don't want to sit outside in the blazing hot. So now all of a sudden, businesses are losing customers because hundreds of dollars a day, if not thousands, because people can't come in and
sit in
down
AC.
and eat. What's going to happen in the winter?
Yeah, you guys can't have outside seating all winter.
Yeah. So it's a really tricky subject. I'm really hoping that this doesn't last long.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this is just like a scare tactic and, who knows, maybe enough people will, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I hope happens. It's just really shitty right now.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. It's
So-
not fair to families with children under 12.
Right. Like, especially, like, little tiny babies.
Exactly.
Like, we have families come into our restaurants with, like, 18-month-old.
Yeah.
18-month-old.
So now they have to sit outside in the blazing heat with a baby?
Right. With 3-year-olds, with just, like, little kids. So now we're not a family restaurant anymore.
Yep. So you took away families.
You took away families. You're taking away people that,
literally can't get the vaccine because, they've going through chemotherapy or they're immunocompromised
Compromised.
or they're
They have
allergic to
allergies.
ingredients in it or
Right.
or there's lots of
people who just don't fucking want the vaccine.
or people who don't fucking want it. End of story.
Yeah. So it's just a really tricky situation to be in. I'm sure people have their opinions on it. So
I mean, it's a very opinionated subject.
that's all the subject is opinionated.
Yeah. The subject is opinionated because there's no really clear answer on anything.
Right.
So there's nothing but to have opinions.
Right. Right.
And I just feel like if America is so divided on this subject, that means that there's a true problem.
Right, because it's not like it's 5% of the population that refuses to get vaccinated. It's literally 50%
50%.
of the fucking population that is like, I don't want this vaccine. So we're just super divided right now, and I just don't know how to take it.
Yeah, it's really tough.
I don't know what the next step is. I don't know.
When this anarchy is going to be fucking over.
Yeah. It's like my money is being affected because of this.
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
The company's money is being affected
because of this.
Small business is being affected because of this. So, I don't know. It's just a really tricky subject. I don't really know much more to say about it without getting too political. It's the Libra in me, but I'm very, I see both sides. So it's super hard because I'm not tilting. I'm just really just
I'm literally in the middle myself. Like, I straight up see the sides of both. I guess you could really say liberal and conservative.
Right.
But that's not even true because I know a lot of liberals who do not want the vaccine.
I know a lot of Republicans that do want the vaccine.
So it's not even fair to say the Republicans don't want the vaccine and all Democrats want the vaccine because that's just not true.
That's not true.
I know black people who don't want the vaccine. I know Spanish people who don't want the vaccine. I know white people who don't want the vaccine. I know young and old people who don't want the vaccine. Mm-hmm. And I know all of those same demographics who do want the vaccine.
Right.
So, and I can see it from both sides. I can see it's sort of like, just fucking do your part, just follow the crowd, make your life easier, X, Y, and Z, get over it, whatever, sort of side. But then I also see, our freedoms being taken away and how this is affecting our economy. I feel like shutting down the economy and having all these mandates is affecting the economy and the people directly because of the economy way more than COVID is affecting people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Let's say, just for layman's terms, 10 people are affected by COVID. Mm-hmm. Well, 30 people are affected because we shut down for COVID.
Yeah. Exactly.
So really, which is the greater good at the end of the day?
Yeah, it's really tough.
It's tough, and it's sort of like, a train is going down a track and it can either go this way and kill one person or it could go this way and kill 50 people.
Right.
Who do you save? You know what I mean? It's sort of one of those things.
It's going to be different to every single person.
Exactly. And we all, as a democracy, need to figure it out, but there's too many opinions. Mm-hmm. But what we don't want is a dictatorship where just one fucking person is making all the shots for us, because that doesn't show what everybody in America is. Mm-hmm. So it's really tough because we are truly divided.
Yeah.
We are truly divided, which really goes to show that there is a legit problem in this country.
Right.
And listen, I don't know how to fix it. I don't pretend to know anything about politics. I just have my opinions. You might disagree with them. Don't really fucking care. I really don't care. Those are my opinions. I'm allowed to have them, and I'm allowed to have my own feelings and thoughts.
Yeah, totally.
And just like anybody else is.
Yeah.
Just like anybody else is. And I don't want to be penalized for that.
Right. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions and their own thoughts.
So, this is America.
This is America. The greatest place in the world. Okay, but when you
when you actually look at it, let's be honest, America is the greatest place in the world.
Yes. But
I know we
don't have our faults,
and we don't have things that we need to
work on.
Exactly.
Ourselves.
Yeah, America needs to work on herself. But that doesn't mean that we're still the best country.
Right.
I'm proud to be an American. I'm happy that I'm not a fucking an Afghan right now.
Yeah.
I do not want to be in Afghanistan right now. I don't want to be a woman in Afghanistan. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, not at all.
Fuck that. I'm not trying. Listen, I'm happy to live in America.
I'm happy to be an American.
And have the privileges that I do, or at least that I had. And you know what I mean? I'm happy for those things.
Right.
But that doesn't mean we can't work on ourselves.
Exactly. That's when somebody
America needs a glow up.
America needs a glow up. And that's when somebody tries to compare their feelings. They're like, well, you're not allowed to be sad because there's worse things happening to somebody else. It's bitch, I'm allowed to feel sad sometimes. I'm allowed to be depressed sometimes. I'm allowed to, you can't compare my suffering to somebody else's suffering. I don't think that's fair.
No, you're allowed to suffer.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair to compare somebody else to another person. So
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So anyway, let us know what you feel. We're always open to opinions and, what everybody else has to say. Because like we just said, everybody has different opinions. And I like to hear those opinions.
Yeah.
So make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Check out Thursday Morning Eggs and Bakey. We have one more Rocket Summer song, and then we have a special guest star. She's so cute. You guys aren't going to want to miss her.
Yeah.
And then we start Sign Language September,
Yeah.
which is one of our favorite months.
Very
So
excited.
make sure you check that out as well.
There we go.
Cool.
57
Twin talk, twin talk.